Hi, my name is Parull Diwaan.
As I work with so many clients, so many women, right, to save their marriages, one common problem that everybody faces is that they think that they are being manipulated in the relationship. So, how do you know that you are being manipulated, and what are the ways where you can stop this manipulation? Is what I am going to tell you right now. So, example being that suppose you and your partner, I work with women, so I will be referring as husband and wife. Suppose you're working, you had an argument or just a normal discussion with your husband, okay? And after that discussion, whether it was a normal discussion or a heated argument, you realize that the conversation stops there, which is followed by hours and days and weeks of silence. Now, when that happens, what is the first thought that comes to your mind? You start to think that, oh, maybe I made some mistake. I did something wrong. And then your brain starts to search, what mistake did I make? What did I do wrong that he has stopped talking to me? And when you go and ask him this question, you do not get the answer. He will just maintain his silence. All right. Now, when that happens, what do? You tend to change yourself so that the conversation begins, the silence breaks. And how do you change yourself? You bring about a change in the behavior, in the way you talk, in the way you walk. Maybe you also bring about a change in the way you interact with him, in the way you interact with the family. You try to control your emotions. You do all of things to suit his needs, so that if his needs are taken care of, he will begin to speak again, and you will have that so called normal relationship. Now, when you're doing this, suddenly one day you realize that he has broken the silence and the communication has begun, and he behaves, or it appears as if nothing went wrong. Okay. But in your heart, in your mind, you're thinking, okay, this behavior of mine led to breaking of silence. So you incorporate that behavior in you, right? Because that is what brought the relationship to again so called normal. You incorporate that behavior by practicing it again and again. Now, it's not just that this has happened once, this happens over a period of time. So, he is also seeing that if he stops talking, you bring about a certain change that he wants. Okay, now this cycle repeats again after a few days. Again, the same silence treatment happens, and once again, you ask him, he doesn't answer, you keep guessing, and then you start bringing about changes, and again those many changes, and one day that silence breaks, and then you realize, okay, now this is another behavior that I need to be in so that the communication remains open. Over a period of time, when this is what you keep doing, wherein he, without communicating to you, he can have things done his way, at the end of the process you realize you tend to lose yourself and the relationship becomes suffocating. This is the manipulation where you don't even know if something has gone wrong from your end. You just guess that it is your mistake. You keep rectifying until it suits his needs. Now, this is called manipulating behavior. Okay. Now, there are three very simple ways where you can actually manage this, or you can stop this manipulation. Okay. One is, you need to understand that if the conversation has stopped or he's giving you a silent treatment, it is not necessary that it is your mistake. All right, that's not necessary. So don't take it on yourself every time, because if you take it on yourself every time, then you're beating yourself up and you go crazy finding out where the mistake was. Okay, so that's one. If you think genuinely from your heart that you feel like, no, I think I was quite rude to him, or I think I insulted him, basically trying to say that if you genuinely feel you've made the mistake, express a heartfelt apology. Heartfelt apology reaches him, and he will, in any case, break the silence, and then you will find out what happened. Okay, so one is, don't take it to your heart thinking that it's your mistake all the time. In case you think it is, then express your heartfelt apology. Number two is, when a man goes in silence, when he goes into his own cave, let him be there. Don't chase him in his cave, because if you chase him when he's in the silent zone, he's going to throw you out. Okay, and that is where the manipulation begins. So if he is in his silent zone, give him his time and space to be in that zone. Number three, the most important one, is that while he is in the silence zone, what is it that you are doing? If you are in your mind or vibrationally chasing him, he will not be able to come out of the den. He will not start that conversation all over again. Okay, so once he is in the silent zone, you are going to get on with your routine tasks. Whether you have a job, you are a homemaker, it doesn't matter. Just get into your routine tasks without paying attention to him. If you don't pay attention to him and give him his space and time, and be comfortable in your routine tasks, be comfortable in your own skin, do something that is making you happy, and happily and cheerfully do it. When these three things are happening, you will see that he will, on his own, without you getting manipulated, break the silence. Okay, so these are the three ways where the manipulation will over time is going to stop. If you have understood, please write in the comment box, I will take charge of my life. And yes, I wanted to really write this bigger statement, I will take charge of my life. Okay, share this video with anybody in your life who you think will need it. And also, if you like this video, do give your thumbs up here, and I am going to be seeing you in the next video soon. And yes, do remember to subscribe as well. Take care. Bye bye.
Hi, my name is Parull Diwaan, and as a relationship coach, I have noticed that when marriage gets into trouble, it's the woman who starts to give in a lot in the relationship, to the extent that she loses herself. Sometimes she loses her dignity, she sacrifices her career, and still she does not get what she is looking for. That's the time she feels stuck, and some women also start to think whether they should stay in the marriage or should they leave. Don't worry, I am coming to you with my podcast called From Mates to Soulmates, where I am going to tell you how to rediscover yourself and also revive your relationship with your husband. And From Mates to Soulmates is not just the podcast, it's also the book that I have written, which is based on the true story of my client. So कुछ बातों का मतलब और कुछ मतलब की बातें, क्या मतलब? हस्बैंड वाइफ के बीच में जो बातें होती हैं, हमें उनका कैसे मतलब निकालना चाहिए कि वो जो एक रिलेशनशिप है वो बहुत ही खूबसूरत बनती चली जाए समय के साथ. और कुछ मतलब की बातें भी हम आपके साथ करेंगे. Stay tuned to this podcast From Mates to Soulmates, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.